There you are. Welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. But then you two are at the center of the world. This is, I don't give talks every day now, so I give them just when the inspiration comes. And, well, shoot, it's 4th of July. The 4th of July today, we celebrate independence, freedom. But it's a birthday. It's a birthday of the nation's freedom. It's in the past. Getting further and further back as we go. So it's just like your own birthday. You celebrate your birthday, which is your beginning in the past, in history, you see. But I ask on this 4th of July day, this Independence Day, what is the first freedom? What is the real Independence Day? What is the Independence Day that is that frees us from the history of the past? See, history is a past, is a prison, and it's a prison of words. I think it was it was James Joyce who said, "History is a dream from which I want to awake." We all want to awake from history, from the weight of the past, from the repetition of the past. This is Ground Hog Day. Remember that movie? Ground Hog Day was about being imprisoned in a day that just recycles. This doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and you can't get free from it no matter what you do. That's history. History is a repetition of the past, but it appears as the present. Listen to this. History is a repetition of the past, the cycles that tricks us because it appears as the present, but it's really the past just doing itself over and over again. This is if you could really see that, if it could hit you like a 4th of July explosion, awesome. The fireworks, we go to the fireworks because it's awesome. That's what it's like when you see in one brilliant light that we're trapped in history. Not we, certainly we is, but primarily you, me. It's not them who's trapped, it's I'm trapped. I'm trapped in my history, and I want to get out. But no matter what I do, where I go, it's Groundhog Day, you see. What's wrong? Why can't I break out? This is you don't have to be practicing Zen or be a yogi or anything. We're all doing that. It's just that's the prison of life. But in the secular world, we live in the world, well, I'll be free when I get the new car, the new relationship, the job. But then we realize that the new car is not going to break us free. Well, then we move to a spiritual practice. Or I'll do some more yoga, meditation, or Zen. You see, that's going to break me free. It's just looking for a new car on a higher level. We're still behind, and I call it the Great Wall of China. Remember the Great Wall of China? It's the Great Wall of words. And what are words? But words are thinking, and thinking is history. We think in a framework of history. All of our words that we believe in, you see, are basically just recycling the past. Words aren't creative. Words are just what we know, and what we know is the past. And so what we know is the past is just recycling because it can't get out. What does it have to get out of? We have to get out of words. So I use this metaphor of the Great Wall of China. We all know what that looks like. You can see it from space. But the Great Wall of words. The Great Wall of words. And we're trapped behind it. But we believe that words are going to keep out the pain, that words are going to keep out the suffering, that words are going to keep out the sorrow, you see. But the truth is that it's the words that we're trapped in our words. And we just cycle new words. But the new words are just old words. We just cycle them over and over again, hoping for a different result. We can't get out, you see. So the Independence Day that I'm talking about is the independence from the great tyranny of words. The great dictator, my own thinking. The great monarch. See, America, United States was born from freedom from the monarchy, from freedom from the king. But we're still in that monarchy, but that monarchy, you see, the next level of freedom that we each have to go through individually, not as a group, not on a ferry or a cruise ship. Each of us has to break through the great barrier of words, my thinking. That's the great freedom. That's the first freedom. If you can break through the freedom of your words and thinking into the clarity, into the freedom of, into the wonder of being, you see, if you break into the wonder that is you, you have a 4th of July explosion of fireworks right in your own mind. And then, after the fireworks is over, of course, you go back to your everyday world. But now, you've seen the light. You have a glimpse of clarity. You have a sense of freedom that is now your compass. That is now your guide, you see. Whereas before, we were just going in circles of words and thought and history and past and repeating and repeating and repeating, you see, with no guide, no compass out. So all you need is just one. You don't even need a big fireworks display. You don't even need a bomb going off. All you need is the firecracker. All you need is the firecracker. Maybe a cherry bomb. Of the idea, this luminous idea, that you're not your thinking. The idea that you're not your thinking is not a thought. It will come as an explosion of knowing. I know I'm not my thinking. And that comes not as a word, although words will form after it, but the knowing that you are not your thinking, that you are not your words, that you're not trapped in the dictionary, that you're not pressed into the book like a butterfly, that you're not on Google. You know, who am I? Well, I'll look up on Google to see who I am. Yeah, well, that's... anyway, so you see this explosion, the real 4th of July, is just a burst of light, the light of knowing. And knowing is joy, the light of joy, the light of knowing, the knowing of joy and wonder that I am not my thinking. But immediately the karma of thinking, the karma of our history returns. But now we have something to work with. Now we have a North Star. Now we have a gyro compass instead of a magnetic compass that is always off, you see. Now we have a knowing that directs us in our struggle to be free. And gradually, in your path of being free from words, you get little firecrackers along the way, explosions of knowing, explosions of seeing, explosions of liberation. And so gradually and gradually and gradually, you chip away at the karma in the history of words and thinking and thought, you see. And you break free gradually. Some people break free all at once. And then they create a group on Facebook and become a guru. A Facebook guru. Anyway, so you get this liberation that we're talking about, this first freedom. The first freedom is not a birthday, but it is a birthday. When you have that one little idea that you're not your thinking and it explodes like light, that is your birthday. But it's not in the past. It is always present underneath the layer, the sediment of words. It's always underneath. So whenever you get to a dilemma in your history, in your words, in your experience, where, oh my God, I can't, what am I going to do? Nothing I do is any good. Nothing I do works. There. is the crack that the idea will explode again. I'm not my words. I'm not my history. I'm not the dilemma. I'm not the problem. The problem is created by words. Bam! And it just dissolves. Poof. And just dissolves. Poof. But the karma is thick. The karma and the history, the inertia of our history, of our personality, not only the inertia of our national consciousness, our collective, but our personal karma, my personal history, the history of my personality, you see, has an inertia. It's like a truck. You can't stop a truck on a dime. You have to let it slow down. But you let it slow down when you take your foot off the gas pedal of words. So when that little firecracker, that little 4th of July firecracker, a burst of light goes off, you see, that is the beginning when you let your history gradually slow down until you're free from it. And when you're free from your history, you're creative. You create history. You're not a victim of it. You create your history. Anyway, happy 4th of July. Thanks for dropping in.